Hi everyone, Dr. Rebecca Brown here from Brown Chiropractic with a Friday favorite for you. And this month we've been talking about auto accident injuries. And patients frequently ask me, who can they turn to for some legal advice on navigating all the complicated and sometimes overwhelming and stressful aspects of these injuries and events. So I'm super excited to have with me today Attorney Chrissy Mann from right here in Yarmouth. And welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming in today to answer some questions that patients frequently ask me about this process. So before I get to that, I want to introduce her a little bit by starting with some of the things her own clients say about her. That she has a very unique approach at her firm, which she'll talk about more in a minute, but which has been described by her clients as, and I'm going to quote from some of the things they said, as a breath of fresh air, compassionate, responsive, straightforward, and honest, and someone with vast knowledge and experience who is a wonderful listener and communicator, leaves no stone unturned, an absolute pleasure to deal with, instills 100% confidence, and is simply the best in the business. You have a lot to live up to. Those are all direct quotes from about a dozen of her clients who know her well, and as another client succinctly put it, Attorney Mann is, quote, what lawyers are meant to be. If you're looking for the best, you have found her. So she has over 18 years as a savvy and creative litigator. In 2010 and 11, she was one of a few attorneys in the state of Maine to be designated the New England Super Lawyers Rising Star Award in the field of personal injury law. In 2012, Chrissy was also selected to the prestigious National Trial Lawyers Top 40 Under 40 list. Wow. But she moved her practice. She opened her own practice right here in Yarmouth just 2 years ago, Mann Law, on Route 1 between Pat's Pizza and the Yarmouth Veterinary Clinic there, where we now have the benefit of her big expertise in our little town here. So thank you. I really appreciate the time you're coming in to come in and answer some questions. So, things I think patients wonder often is, when in their process of getting care and going through things, when is the appropriate time to maybe seek out some legal advice, talk to an attorney?
Yeah, and I'd like to thank you for your time today as well, because I'm very honored to be here and being able to speak to all of you. It's a question I get often.
Yeah.
How soon after an accident should someone seek legal advice? And I think that the common answer I give people is as soon as it feels right to you.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is the sooner the better, because you'll learn quickly that things get overwhelming.
Yeah.
And what I don't want to see happen to people who are injured in an accident is for the process, the insurance process, or the legal process to somehow interfere with their ability to get better.
Yeah.
And I see that people become frustrated very quickly and don't know where to turn.
Yeah.
And seeking out a lawyer, whether you retain them right away or whether you just call for a free consultation, both can put your mind at ease early on in the process that things are going to get better. Both from that process, but also from hopefully the medical process.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the things that we do at my office is we tell people, listen, your job here is to get better. Your job is to listen to your doctors, to the medical advice, to focus on that, because we want to see you get better. We want to see you get back to your life. And our job is to take off your plate the extra stuff. Dealing with insurance companies, dealing with who to go to, who to talk to. We do all of that for you. We're your advocate.
That sounds very comforting to a lot of patients' ears, I'm sure, because sometimes people come in here and they're just crazy stressed with the, adjusters are calling them and they're like, what should I tell them? What should I say? And I'm like, I don't know. That's not my area. So that sounds like a good time to talk to someone like you and get that information and know what to do when. So tell me a little bit about your background and what you think makes your firm unique.
Yeah, well, I am a female-led law firm, but also my background specifically is having worked for these insurance companies. Yeah. My first job out of law school was working for an insurance defense firm. And so we represented insurance adjusters. We would be on this other side of these cases. So when people come in now and say, should I be talking to this insurance adjuster?
Yeah.
Should I be talking to this other person?
Yeah.
Where do I turn? That kind of unique background helps me educate my clients in a way that other personal injury attorneys can't.
Yeah.
Because not every personal injury attorney that you may think of or speak to has that background.
Absolutely. Well, that's great to have that perspective.
Yeah,
know what they're
absolutely.
thinking on the other side of the table. That's real important. Anything else you can think of you'd like patients to think about or know about in the process?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the overall message I always send to people is things are going to get better.
Yeah.
You know, this is what I call our day one together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm meeting you for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that people don't usually want to have to call a lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand that people don't want to have to sue people.
Mm-hmm.
And I remind them, this isn't about suing anyone.
Yeah.
This isn't about taking someone for all they're worth, because
Yeah.
accidents happen every day.
Right.
What this process is really about is making sure that it's handled correctly,
Yeah.
properly, and fairly. And at the end, our goal, as is with the medical profession,
Yeah.
that you get better and that everything, all of your bills, any lost wages, any additional compensation that you deserve is handled appropriately. And I know that we are uniquely positioned to be able to help you with that, both because, you know, the prior clients have been very kind to us. But those are real stories from real people who never thought they would have to hire a lawyer.
Right, right. That says the most, I think.
Absolutely. And I can't speak high enough about all of my clients.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you have a super reasonable approach and comforting, and I think it'll be a great resource for a lot of patients looking for that kind of help and don't know where to turn. So thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us today.
You're
and we look
welcome.
forward to seeing more of you. Okay,
Yes.
thanks for
Thank
tuning
you.
in. Bye-bye.